My name is Megan Whitfield. I'm 92 years old, and I've learned that some mistakes never leave you. Every morning, they wake up before you do. People think old age is hardest because of sickness. They are wrong. The hardest part is remembering the people you slowly pushed away while believing you were doing the right thing. I didn't lose my son in an accident. I didn't lose him to illness. I lost him one small decision at a time, and I didn't realize it until he was gone. There was a time when this house was full of laughter. Every room carried someone's voice. Back then, I believed nothing could ever pull my family apart. God blessed me with one beautiful daughter and 3 wonderful sons. Raising them was the greatest purpose of my life, and I loved every one of them deeply. As the years passed, my children started getting married. Watching them build families filled my heart with pride. I thought our family was only getting bigger. Then my middle son introduced the woman he wanted to marry. She wasn't part of our extended family. I smiled politely, but something inside me quietly changed. I never argued with her. I never insulted her. Instead, I built a quiet wall between us, believing family should always stay within family. My daughter-in-law always greeted me with kindness. She smiled. She offered help. She tried to become part of our family, but I never truly let her in. My son never complained, but mothers know their children. I could see the disappointment in his eyes, even when he tried to hide it behind a smile. About a year later, they shared wonderful news. They were expecting their first baby. Everyone smiled, but I remained strangely distant. Looking back now, I know they weren't asking for money. They weren't asking for gifts. They were simply hoping for a mother's love and support. I convinced myself her own family would take care of her. That excuse sounded reasonable then. Today, it sounds like one of my greatest failures. A few months later, my telephone rang. Before anyone spoke, I somehow knew that something terrible had happened. Their first baby didn't survive. That day, I watched my son cry for the first time in his life, and I still couldn't find the right words. I stood outside the hospital room, listening to the silence. No lullabies, no celebration, just 2 broken parents learning how to live with an empty crib. I wanted to hug my son. I wanted to tell him everything would be all right. Instead, I quietly turned around and walked away. Months turned into years. Life looked normal again, but grief has a way of staying long after everyone else thinks you've healed. My son still visited me, but not as often. Every goodbye lasted a little longer, and every visit became a little shorter. I always asked whether he was working hard. I never asked whether his heart was still hurting. My other sons became parents, and I spent every chance I had with their children. I never realized who was quietly being left behind. Sometimes I caught my middle son watching us. He never complained. He simply smiled, then looked away. One day they shared another surprise. My daughter-in-law was expecting again, and hope quietly returned to our family. This pregnancy wasn't easy. Every doctor visit felt uncertain, and every phone call made us hold our breath. Then we heard something none of us expected. She was carrying 6 babies. The room fell completely silent. The joy didn't last long. Doctors warned us the pregnancy carried terrible risks, and every day became a fight for survival. That night, none of us slept. We waited, prayed, and hoped that somehow everything would be all right. 5 tiny lives slipped away before they could begin. One little boy survived, and suddenly grief and gratitude lived together in the same room. He grew into the sweetest little boy. Every smile reminded me of his father, but I still struggled to open my heart completely. One afternoon, my grandson asked, "Grandma, why don't you hug me like the others?" His innocent words stayed with me forever.